Welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the
Motorcycle
hell
Man
else
is like the heart of Cocaine Voltron.
we come up with. I'm Ben, that's Jordan. You watching at home, helping us form Cocaine Voltron. So you might have heard on Wednesday, Valve kind of broke the goddamn internet just a little bit, and people lost their mind, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But before we get started, we like to see what's going on in each other's worlds. Man, you had a week.
I did.
No Star Trek shirt to show for it.
No Star Trek shirt. Trek shirt. Shark Trek shorts.
Words.
Yes, it's my Shark Trek shorts. They're sharded. They're full of poopy. I did it. I made it myself. I'm so proud. I will declare a partial victory over that stupid SATA card. That's like my one minor victory this week. Now I'm dicking around with Sonar, and I'm buried, or not buried. I am knee deep in the wonderful world of the intersection of SE Linux, sandbox file system permissions, and regular Unix permissions. So that's been fun, because I just want my my Jellyfin setup to be nice and organized and not requiring me to like stick things in folders manually.
How far back does your Jellyfin library go? You've never like prone that you're like, I'm never gonna watch this again.
Dude, I have old Doctor Who episodes I downloaded from like divx.com. Like that's.
You got any RMVBs in there?
That's Dragon Ball, baby.
All right.
Dragon Ball Z. VLC still plays them, so
listen, like 800 by 600, that was crisp. Okay.
I mean, if you grab the DVDs or whatever, it doesn't look much better or much worse, right? Like,
not really.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those first gen DVD transfers were poo, man.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's and I got a Magic tournament I'm going to tomorrow, so that's.
Are you a contender?
Well. The last time I was, surprisingly. This time we'll see. I don't know. It's one of those ones where I gotta like open packs and build my deck on site, so it's gonna be I'm at the whims of whatever cards I open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you can open the horse?
It's gonna take a bit of a can opener, maybe some elbow grease. I might need some kind of diesel engine, but it's the Steam. Oh man, yeah, it's here, you guys.
It's
my
happened.
God,
look at it.
Half-Life 3. It's announced.
Yeah, exactly. Great way to fucking spin it. Not Half-Life 3. Fuck you, Valve. Go back to work. Get back in the shop, homie. Yeah, they had a little bit of announcement, everybody. This Wednesday, Valve announced the Steam controller, Steam machine, and Steam frame all at the same time. Let's take a look at them. We got a little video of the best game ever released that I'm intentionally not playing right now. Silksong. So there's our new Steam controller. We're going to look at all of them individually, but they did like a little, what would you call it? Like a quick cut video, a little sizzle reel showing off all the things.
Sizzle reel, like, what do you call it? Nintendo does this a lot, where like when they release a new console, they'll show like close-ups of it and like people having fun. It's like the beer commercial thing, right?
Yeah.
Show a bunch of attractive people in the vicinity of the thing. We got the new controllers for the Steam frame.
Dude, I remember
fancy magnetic joysticks, so no drift.
Beer commercial that like popped in my head earlier this week. I couldn't find it on YouTube. I went looking for it. There was this like guy walking through a field, and like he grabbed a bird out of the air and used its head to like pop open the lid of a. It was weird, man. I was like,
was it a beer commercial?
It was a real beer commercial too.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah, man.
Or the coffee commercial where it's like car driving through the field and. Yeah.
Well, I remember like the first time I saw it, I'm like, okay, like I wanted to go see what comedy team put that together and like watch more of their stuff, and like no, it went to the brewery, and I'm like, right then, all right,
yeah, commercials. But yeah, we got. I guess let's get into this. The first one is the Deckard. The frame. This is the.
Okay, does that look comfy? What about that pattern makes you think comfy? I was talking to Jill about that on Wednesday. I'm like, when I saw that, I'm like, you just want to stick your face in that. Color combination.
When I see that pattern, I think squishy.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I mean, like it seems like it's like a comfort related thing. I don't know. You're gonna have like hair on that portion. not so much on the front portion, but
No.
again, I wonder what kind of technology they have to like address the sweat absorption. But this one's pretty neat. It is a full-on ARM system. It's got a 8-core, 4 big at 3 gigahertz, 4 little at 2.4 gigahertz. Reasonably sized. It's one of these fancy Snapdragons.
Dude, it is a high-end. There's
16
like
gigs of RAM. Like,
two high-end mobile phones at like high-end phones. It's got the SM8650 in it.
The displays are like 2160p squares each.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a really nice hardware. And it runs SteamOS. Like there's no Android. You can get it in like booted into desktop mode. I do wonder what like KDE and VR is going to be like. And then I thought to myself, you know what? As far as like a form factor for an ARM portable computer, if my laptop was just a pair of goggles and like a keyboard and mouse, I wouldn't hate that.
Oh, look, they're even making the prison version.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like this is all cool, man. Like the face toaster, this is the ARM thing. Those are just straight up pancakes. I don't know what better word for it.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for the knuckles because I wanted like the finger tracking, but I guess people weren't into that.
People are very excited about the magnetic D-pad, not D-pad, but analog sticks on them.
Well, considering like if you heavily use your PS5 controller, you will have to replace it. I think people are a little sensitive to this now.
What do you mean by that?
Like with the joystick drift, like if you don't have like a Hall effect joystick, they're gonna.
This is the improvement to Hall effect.
This is like the next one, right? Like
yeah.
But even the Steam Deck, maybe the OLED has them, but like the OG Steam Deck does not have Hall effect.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
So that should cut back on like stick drift, and there's somebody like this is how it could be played, and they're playing a video game outdoors, not mountain biking.
Yeah, it's some Hades in the backyard. Why not? Hades too.
And you can get a dev kit. You know, just go to Valve, knock on the door, and be like, "Hey, man, can I get some dev kit?"
Yeah, they definitely want stuff ported over onto it.
Good lord, I thought that said foam. Get out of my head.
Spray on Steam Deck, man. That's just what we need.
There it is, man. IDP adjustments, face, IDP lock. I'm guessing adjustable strap. You could probably peel off the pads on the back. 16 gigs.
And they all have the things you can pop in, like your glasses lenses if you need like glasses and shit.
Yeah. Wi-Fi 7.
It does the eye tracking thing too, or it only like spends CPU to like render shit that you're actually like
we need to talk about that because it's not just foveated rendering, it's foveated streaming to the headset, which if you want to stream games to it over your Wi-Fi 7, it's going to be using, and I'm assuming foveated streaming is the same thing as foveated rendering, where it's only going to be giving you detail in where your eye like I don't know how well that's going to work, but if it works, that'll be pretty neat.
Apparently, like the models they're using for that are actually like pretty good. I have a friend who's been following this pretty closely because he's been waiting for this thing to get announced. So yeah,
a Fruit Ninja enthusiast.
Maybe I don't know what I think it's more VR chat. Maybe I don't know what he gets up to. I'm not gonna make any aspersions to stop my fucking business.
None of my business. I feel you.
Yeah. I guess up next and like I guess do we have anything else we gotta mention about the frame?
Ryan's excited about it.
Yes. Ryan brings up on Mastodon that Proton may not quite cut it here because any sort of latency doesn't translate well in VR. Turns you into a vomit spewing cherub. So maybe people will start direct porting shit to SteamOS for the Steam frame. That is at least his hope, because we've seen some folks produce native Linux ports in the wake of the Steam Deck. Larian put out a BG3
famously,
port.
yes.
Yep. What was that UE5 game that Ko was playing?
I don't know.
It was not the Bloober Team one, right? Maybe.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one got. Yeah, that one got a Linux port. Like we're seeing a few of them come out. They're like, yeah, no, we don't want to rely on Proton. But for the most part, by and large, most studios and most devs are like, yeah, Proton's fine.
But you got to think about like this is going to be like the cruelest punishment, though. They're like, you're going to get native ports to ARM.
Yes, but But you can run them on x86 though, right? Like, we need Zeph.
Yeah,
it's like reverse. It's like reverse specs. Yeah.
Oh no, that wasn't the only announcement though. That's just part one because hold up, if you got them, I got the old Steam controller. You know him, you love him. Got one hanging around.
Here it
right?
is.
Yeah.
Aha, got it.
Collector's item. Well,
they have a new one now. It has 2 joysticks.
It's been improved, man. All the inputs that you ever wanted, man. Magnetic attachment's pretty nice, you say.
Oh, dude, the magnetic attachment looks sweet. Where it's like if you want to run it on wired mode, the USB cable plugs into this little dongle thing that clips onto the bottom of the controller, so that it can charge. And if you just yank it away, you don't pull your Steam machine along with it. I don't know, man. This is one of those things where it's like that Apple patent has been out for, or has been up for a minute, and I'm surprised no one has really capitalized on this sooner. And I really hope that this becomes like a trend going forward. I hope that it's also a little more standardized and not everyone has their own.
Yes, but the dark part of my brain now wants a USB-C charger with a Kensington lock on it.
Oh yeah, do you remember what the combination is? Get fucked.
It's just a real where you're like, you cannot undo it. You're like, no.
But yeah, we got the Squareolas. Again, this is basically looking like the visualization, although that from the little icon we saw. Although, like I said, there is the other thumbstick as well. No replaceable batteries on this one, unfortunately. Mother Earth cries, but your thumbs won't. Yeah, and apparently a lot fancier rumble, because before on the Areola controller, on the Classic, it was just like, haptics go crazy. This one has like a proper rumble engine. So
the haptics on the original Steam controller were louder than they were rumbly.
This is true. I do wonder what would actually win in a race, though, if you like tried to race a Steam controller versus a rumbling controller.
Oh, look, something that'll never actually happen. 2 people playing on a Steam Deck with their Steam controller. That's sweet.
I mean, people do that on their Switches. I don't know. Maybe.
Grip buttons. Couple of things that I'm really digging on this. You kind of get an idea how big it is in your hands. It looks like it's significantly smaller than the original Steam controller, which was a big, chunky controller, which I really liked. But yeah, man, that magnetic clippy chargy thing is neat, but it immediately made me think, this is not going to be a $60 controller. This is going to be a $99 controller.
I was thinking more like, yeah, 99 with tax is more like an $80 controller, at least Canadian. Maybe.
The touch gyro is pretty neat, though. You gotta you gotta make contact with it, then it goes into gyro mode. I'm like, all right, I might actually use that.
Yeah, and like I said, it looks like a nice controller, and like the build quality on the OG Steam controller was solid. The build quality on the Steam Deck, pretty solid.
Really solid, like, dude. You should like check out the battery compartment on those things.
Yeah. So I don't know, like even if this was a little more expensive, like hopefully it's like a good fucking quality controller that is like comfortable to hold and like would be worth spending $80 to $100 on.
I mean, it's got 4 back buttons. Now, how much would you pay?
If I were, according to Microsoft, 200.
Yeah, right. I don't know, man. We're gonna talk about that in just a minute when we get to the Steam machine. But I just imagine like Steam's coming out swinging here, man.
Yeah, giving the people what they want. People have been asking for all of these things. I guess the ultimate one, the big news.
Oh wait, you mean the companion cube?
Yeah, obviously the D brand one.
Internet's been having some fun with this. I've seen the Think Cube.
Yeah, Justin posted that one in Discord.
The next cube.
Oh yeah, next step. Yeah,
like pretty cool, man. Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, it's the Square. It is the brand new desktop from Valve. I guess it's not really a desktop. It's a straight up living room PC. We got some decent specs. It is a 6-core, 12-thread CPU running up to 4.8 gigahertz. The GPU is a custom RDNA 3 GPU with 28 CUs. That's about 4 less than the 7600. Also with 8 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM and 16 gigs of system RAM. And it comes in a 512 or a 2 terabyte storage model. Yeah, it's a living room PC, all right. It's about the size of a banana, or not slightly larger than a banana if the marketing material is to be believed. There's clip-onable faceplates. Oh, wood for those Atari enthusiasts. Yeah. An LED strip for you fucking LED sickos who need some fucking open RGB stuff. And yeah, it runs SteamOS. It's a living room PC. I think, and I know a lot of people who are not like super into the Steam Deck as a form factor, but they still want that SteamOS experience, and this provides that quite handily.
Well, what type of weirdo is gonna like make SteamOS mini PC, dude? That's weird.
Yeah, I know, it's so weird. I mean, it's got KDE on it, so I mean, people will manage, I guess.
Also, go watch my video on about making your own Steam machine.
No, don't tell the people to go to youtube.com/@interfacinglinux.
Yeah, because you got to do that.
It's the new. Yeah, I remember. You chat my ass one time about that. What else? The main thing I think that this thing brings though is this is a solve to the whole runs on SteamOS issue, because right now, does it run on SteamOS basically means does it run on a handheld? And this, I guess, with the Steam Frame, the Steam Deck, and the Steam Machine, now we have 3 fairly broad hardware brackets that things will fall under. Because in this announcement, they're also saying, hey, we are going to roll out a Steam Machine verified and a Steam Frame, or a Steam Frame verified system similar to the Deck verified system. And in addition to what they already have with the SteamOS verified for like the ROG Ally and the MSI Claw and all those other fucking handhelds that 3 people bought. But we're gonna have these effectively like these broad hardware brackets now. We're gonna have, is it an ARM VR headset? Is it a handheld console? Is it a desktop? And based on that, we're gonna see like the yellow check mark of like try it at your own risk, or like a more stable green check mark for your AAA games like your God of Wars and whatnot. Because yeah, I like we're talking about a couple weeks ago how are we going to differentiate these different hardware platforms as time goes on? This is a solve, although because the Steam Machine is not upgradable, I do wonder what happens when we have a new generation. Are we going to have Steam Machine 2 verified? How does this carry on forward? Are we just going to have a million of these frickin' labels, and you just got to look and say which bracket of Steam hardware your game that your hardware falls into? Therefore, you can like have an expectation of this game is going to run. I sound like a fucking EDH player talking about brackets, but like I think this is the real sauce here.
It's got the fan on it, man. Like they left no room on the inside. This thing is just packed. It's quite custom. You might even say it's got DisplayPort, HDMI out. Looks like you're going to need a power brick, maybe. Big chunky fan on top.
Power supply is integrated into it.
It is integrated.
Yes.
All right. It'd be interesting to see how loud it's going to get. It pulls the air intake from the bottom. It's got an SD card in the front, which is kind of a boss move. Easy to get to your NVMe. It supports the little boys in the 2280s.
Oh, full size. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's got that gigabit ether noodle.
But I do wonder how deskinning it is going to be though, because like most this seems like it is relatively like user serviceable. You can't like upgrade the GPU or anything.
Valve made one of these, but they're not going to make it for anybody else.
Ah, boo!
Yeah.
The e-ink plate that would be cool, man. but I guess that's the thing. There's Valve is pretty good with the open hardware stuff, so I'm sure they're gonna like have a well-documented interface for this, so people can go make their own shit to slap on front of their Steam Cube.
I think it's like one of the things to like look up, man. Like something we were talking about in the pre super shows, and is like Valve. I don't think has the opportunity. I think they are. What you were talking about, they're going for Sony. They got the complete package. They got VR. They got handheld, which is something Sony doesn't have, and they got VR, which is something Microsoft doesn't have. Now they got the console in the living room, and they can be old school with the pricing. They can be very disruptive with this, like they were with the Steam Deck. I had to go back and like look it up, and I'm like, what were people thinking? You know, and then again, being disruptive with pricing, with the way Xbox and Sony are jacking up the prices on the old console now, like that's not going to be too hard to do.
No.
And the conversation online is revolving around just like that guesswork, man. I've seen everything from like $600 to $1,000. Like both people have come out and said, well, it could be one or the other. And depending on this, you know, like people who cover this stuff day in and day out, I need to remind everybody, none of us myself included, expected a $300 or $400 Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, we were thinking $499, $600, somewhere in there. So,
yeah, and I was looking at like what a comparable like pre-built would kind of run you.
mm-hmm.
And you know, with the GPU they're using, it's a little weird because it's not quite the 7600. But yeah, you're looking around, at least Canadian wise, like maybe $800 to $1,000 for something about that hardware spec.
Like $699, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So and I get the big value add here is the fucking network effect. Yeah, like I was saying in the previous super shows, and Sony and Microsoft, oh, we have a new generation of consoles coming out. You're gonna have to buy those games again. And I was just here like, hey, want to play some video games?
Yeah.
Want to play all the games you already have?
Want to buy something that's going to run GTA 6? I'll probably do it. This is just... It's kind of wild because I can see a bunch of things going a bunch of different ways with this. Valve is, I think, really serious about it this time. They had to do what we said that, you know, when they burned.
They learned their lesson from last time. Yeah.
So did their hardware partners. Like I was like, they're never going to get hardware partners again. And here we are. Valve's like, all right, we got to make this ourselves, which they did. And, you know, they did a good job with the Steam Deck. They haven't had any big snafus with that. But this really got me thinking, and I'm just joking a little bit when I say this. There is a timeline where I could see Sony being Sony and like threatening to pull their PC ports. They're like, no, we need these exclusives. We're not going to have our PC ports available on Steam because we view them as a competitor. That sounds crazy as hell.
Maybe.
But this is Sony.
It is, but like as like we're getting the Halos on the PlayStation and whatnot, and I think I don't know if the era of exclusivity is going to go on for a lot longer. I think maybe consumers are a little over that.
Yes, but I don't think the companies are.
well,
you know,
hopefully they can lose billions and learn the hard way. I don't know.
The other thing I could think about is like, because this is what Microsoft's been talking about. This is what what's his name? Todd Howard? No, not who ran?
Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer. What?
Todd Howard. I mean, they're kind of interchangeable. Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
That person, the person formerly in charge of the Xbox division, was on about. And he's like, yeah, we want it everywhere. We want to, you know, be in the living room and all the talk. Microsoft has been. This is the product, and it's not from Microsoft. That's a problem for Microsoft right there. Like,
well, it reminds me of like the fucking Amazon gaming guy who are like, yeah, we tried to compete with Steam and we just couldn't. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you didn't fucking do anything. Like
nobody knew you existed, right?
Yeah.
You're like Luna. That's right.
Yeah,
right,
my dog. Oh, speaking. Yeah, that's right. I did give her a bunch of drugs earlier. She passed out. Yeah, like Microsoft has done very little. What we got the ROG Xbox Ally, we got like their slapdash Windows UI. Yeah, it sucks. And then Valve has actually like invested in, you know, making a decent product. And lo and behold, people are like, hey, no, we'll take that.
They've been working on this like Steam OS for like 9+ years, dude. Like they got, you know, that's the hard part with these is the software and getting all that together. The hardware is not easy either, but
well, like, we're at the point now where like, once upon a time, when a new game came out, we had to wait for a Proton release for it to get supported. Now it's just like, yeah, let's see if it fucking runs. Probably will.
Definitely going to flip the script on Microsoft because I see Microsoft pushing towards like, hey, our next console is going to be a PC. It's going to be in the living room. It's going to be... Valve just made the thing that you were thinking about making. Now, what do? Do you keep on going with that? Do you really want to go head to head with Valve? You're not going to win. You're not. You know, the idea was... The rumors were that this would be more of a device from Microsoft that you could drop out of Xbox mode and open up Steam to play your Steam library. That device already exists now. Now you just put the Steam in the living room. Mm-hmm. Does Microsoft go, we want to be on Steam? Or do they try to compete head to head? Do they release...
I think probably the former is more like
the Winbox.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna look at ways to be like, okay, well, Steam is doing this. let's put our ecosystem on top of it. It's that old embrace, extend, extinguish strategy. It worked great for them in the past. So
that's cool, but that, here we are, like, coming into 2026. Like, do you see them like doing that? Like,
I could see them trying. I don't know if they'll necessarily succeed, but I could see some segment of Microsoft being wanting to.
It seems like the big heavy investment or push was into, Game Pass, and like apparently that wasn't working out so well for them. I mean, it made money, but they like came to them at the last minute and they're like, you got to make 30% more money, and then they jacked the price up, and everybody's like, fuck this. So
no, it can't just be profitable. It has to be super duper ultra profitable.
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, it's all just like there are talented designers and there are talented engineers at Microsoft that could potentially create a solution like this, but it's the management that's gonna like kneecap whatever this effort is gonna be.
You could have a vision and long-term strategy to push out something like this.
Yeah.
This is not something you get to cook up in like 3 years. Like this.
Yeah, this isn't like you're not going to get this from like quarterly deliverable.
This is a decade of work showing up right now, and
with some pretty public failures too. I think that was the big thing. Like,
yeah,
so
100%. The one thing that I'm more curious about, I don't want to say worried about, but I am definitely going to be curious to see how this pans out. Everybody is like the market for Steam Decks and the GameCube. They got some overlap, no doubt. The same type of person is going to be interested in one or the other. But there's definitely people who would, like me, buy a console, or like I did. I built my own because this didn't exist, versus the go out and buy a Steam Deck because I'm just not interested in handheld gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Are people, what's going to be the incentive if you don't have a pre-existing Steam library? You're just getting into the ecosystem.
I think honestly, like the fucking FOMO sales cycle makes that really easy, because you can go from having like no Steam games to having like a pretty full library where you're going to be busy for the next year in like under $100.
I got a even cheaper alternative to that though. Something that I don't think exists on Microsoft or PlayStation. Feel free to correct me. Anyone? Friends and family.
Like the family sharing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like if they could figure out like a way to like do like a limited family sharing license for like, I'm just gonna like, it's a Microsoft game, I don't know if they're gonna do, but like throw out Halo as an example, right? Like if I could like buy a special license for family sharing that like, if you're in my family, you can play Halo multiplayer with. Mm-hmm. Like that sort of thing. I think like, and like Valve has like the rails in that to support stuff like this. So I think yeah, definitely yeah, I think definitely there's an avenue there.
Or even just having access to another person's library,
Well, so I don't, because like with the library sharing stuff, like if you pop your SD card out of your Steam Deck and you stick it into the Steam Cube, if they're not, that's not what you're talking about.
No, this is like how I share games, because I have multiple Steam accounts for streaming. Mm-hmm. And once you have joined the two games, I have access from an account that has no games in it. I have all my other games that I can access.
Oh yeah, so just the family sharing. Right.
Yeah, and I was like, that's a pretty big selling point of like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll add you to my whatever. I have 1,000 games. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and I guess like the hope is you get hooked and that will convert into more sales. Because like, or eventually it's like, well, I want to play this now and you need to go buy your own license.
This is where I think Valve can really at least put the screws to, Nintendo does this own thing, but PlayStation and Microsoft is getting old school, like how they used to do consoles back in the day, up until I don't know when the transition happened, but it used to be you sold your console at a loss and you made it up with licensing. I think Steam's happy to at least sell these at cost, get them out the door, maybe even undercut, lose a little bit of money because they know they're going to make up.
Yeah, they get the fat 30% cut off of every sale, and that gives them a lot of margin. So for sure,
they could play hard. It'll be interesting to see. But we're done talking about Valve, so let's talk about Valve engineers.
Yeah.
Doing some good.
Indeed. Because, you know, you may not be in the market for a new computer, and because your existing computer runs perfectly fine. You may not have the latest and greatest driver support, but one guy at Valve is working on that. If you got one of those older GCN 1.0 cards, I think it's the RX 200 and 300 series, they are getting support now for AMD GPU. The kernel driver that, you know, enables hardware support for these AMD cards. Before they were stuck on the old legacy Radeon driver, which is basically not getting much in the way of support. It's there to support these older cards, but if you want newer features or Vulkan or stuff like that, you're a little screwed. And a lot of these cards are like quite capable. Like my RX5, like not the same generation, but same architecture. My RX 580 can run Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate fine. Like they're not going to be like 4K 60. It's 1080p medium, but still, like these cards are more or less capable. Because of the open source driver stack, they can start adding new features, which is unlike the current NVIDIA or the current AMD stack, where they're just like, "Yo, man, we gotta tear shit out of these drivers. You can't charge out of that Type-C port. Too much." So I guess there is some discussion as well to be had about like, if work like this is being done, do we just like straight up retire the old Radeon driver, or at least like not ship it by default? Oh.
I don't know, man. Like, there's weird stuff like that. Like even on the Intel side, by default, you're still using the i950 driver, where the Z graphics driver, it's not new. It's been out for years, dude. And like, you have to like manually go and put that in. But this does come at a very interesting time, because what was it, last week or week before, AMD came out and they're like, we need to drop support for the 5000 series cards. 6000 series cards, like you're getting a little long in the tooth, and people are like, dude, I just bought one new off the shelf.
Yeah.
At a store. Like, you're still making these. They're like, yeah, but
we don't want to support them anymore. You guys go buy a new card.
Then, they did damage control, but they came back and shot themselves in the other foot, going, you appear to be confused. I'm like, no, I don't think anybody's confused. You were pretty clear that, what they're doing is creating a separate driver stack for like long-term maintenance. No new features, and like they've tried to, but they've never been clear about like that's what they're doing. They're putting them in maintenance, and this is just for Windows. We don't necessarily have to worry about it. But this patch could enable support going all the way back to the HD 7000, 2012, man.
That's old, man. That's yeah.
And I see the focus on this. This is all about gaming with these old cards, but I had to smile a little bit when I'm looking at the card over here to the right. The same AMD card, because I have a bottom drawer filled with old video cards, and I age them by like the one that I might need for a test bench or a setup by holding the ends up and looking for DVI ports.
How many DVI ports?
It was like, if I see DVI, I was like, nope, too old. I need one a little bit newer. And if I don't see a DVI port, I'm like, good, all right, new enough. But with these older cards, again, not all about gaming. Why? Because you might have an older system for a desktop and you just want accelerated graphics in GNOME or KDE or XFCE. You don't, if you've ever run a non-accelerated GNOME, it's abysmal. It's really bad. I've run into that a couple of times with the Mali stuff on ARM. Like, I might not be something that you experience directly, but even getting that performance lift and not having to worry about it, that plug and play that the Linux community has just come to expect with AMD. Thank you, AMD, a little bit, but
thank you for releasing the driver headers and
all the volunteers that have done all the heavy lifting. And ironically enough, I think this came from a gentleman at Intel who's working on this, which is weird. But yeah, there it is, man. RDA 1, like these cards, they are power hungry, but I mean, not everybody's like you're trying to play at 1440p video game. They're just running in a desktop.
Right, and
playing
like,
a YouTube video.
And like honestly, like a lot of these cards are just like just more expensive to run than their equivalent newer card, right? They're going to run hotter and toastier, but the performance delta is going to be like 10-20%, but like who fucking cares, right?
Well, that's like what they were saying here. Like you could still get away with like playing some 30 FPS 720p Baldur's Gate on these things, right?
Yeah.
I just want to know when the Cinnamon Toast AI came up with like whatever this heat pipe.
I thought that was like that's an IV.
Maybe. Is that what they were going for? Like, okay,
that's how I parse it, right? Like, yeah,
all right, sure. Like, yeah, I'm not going to argue that. Like, that makes sense. I guess that's what they're going for. It's got little blood drops at the top.
I don't know. I've been in the hospital a lot recently, so fuck. Maybe that's what's on mine.
One last thing before we get out of here. D7 VK, not to be confused with a D8 VK.
The number's going down. What's happening?
Or 9. I wonder how far back we can go. I wanted to give this a mention because this is extraordinarily close to a final release. Even pointed out here is like, yeah, this is a point release on the road to 1.0 with a couple of new improvements. It's a really neat project. You should go check it out, inching towards that 1.0 release. Don't know about it? Vulkan-based implementation of Direct 3D 7 for Linux using 1. Spun off from DXVK. You know it and love it. Basically, it lets all the Direct 3D 7, well, some of it, the 1,389 titles released. I went and looked that up. But yeah, the latest version has some fix-ups for Gothic 1 and 2 and Blades of Darkness. However, if you do go read the main page over at GitHub, Wine Direct D3D is still recommended for overall general compatibility. Because, to quote, D3D7 being a land of highly cursed API interoperability. But definitely give it a try. Try it out. It might help out. I don't know if I have anything that's that old. I guess this is like one of those weird things because
these are PC games that came out in like the OG Xbox era.
Yeah, like if you are running one of those older AMD cards, but like I would think by like any of those titles with like a 20 series NVIDIA or equivalent and above, we're just brute forcing it at this point.
Yeah, and like I imagine part of this is like for lower end systems or like stuff that can't necessarily run that version of Wine. Yeah, like even just as like a technical exercise, right? So that it's preserved. If someone wants to like make a DirectX 7 game in the year of our Lord 2026, they're eventually they will have the resources to do that. Same with like DirectX 8, DirectX 9. We already see Valve using like DXVK for like doing straight up like Linux porting, where they're just like, yeah, we just write our DX code and then have DXVK run it because why the fuck not? The one thing they added here is apparently the summoner will start up. I hadn't thought about the game summoner in well, we're gonna maybe will it be upstream to DXVK? No.
Yeah.
No. Get the fuck out of here with that. No, the summoner was, I played a demo of it on a official US PlayStation 2 demo disc. But I think most people are more familiar with it with the I will need a Mountain Dew animated version of the Dead Alewife sketch, which I found out was actually just in the end credits of that game. Like the devs made that. I thought that was just a shit post made by someone who had like the ability to do computer animation and upload a thing onto LimeWire. No, that was just like the game devs from the Summoner who just like turned a Dead Alewife sketch into a fucking Machinima thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that like the one with like the alien and the
the orc is like, I got my +9 knife ogre slaying.
Yeah, okay,
are they hot? I want to do them. That one, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The classic animated short that was it? It was pre-YouTube. I saw it on Kazaa when I was trying to download video games.
Dude, I think I saw somebody like watching a version that was on YouTube that clearly was old at the time, and this is a long time ago anyway. But yeah, go check it out. D7VK. Now, before we get out of here, there's one thing I want to give a quick mention. I was talking to Jordan about it. The Orange Pi 6 Plus. I did a video on this. And I decided to do a little bit of gaming. And there's just one little thing I want to share with everybody. Down here at the bottom, you've played Quake 3 Arena, right?
I have.
One of the interesting things about Quake 3 Arena is this is something I was talking to Joel about on Wednesday. If you had to guess, where was the original frame cap at?
It's id. So I'm going to say like 240 or something stupid like that.
All right, and like I think we looked this up. It's got correctly. Like 1999, this came out. So running this on this Orange Pi 6 Plus, 12-core SoC. It's a baby version, and by baby I mean it's a few points slower in Geekbench than the 186 whatever the one from the Orion 06. I gotta learn the CIX model names, dude. These are worse.
Yeah, it's strings of letters and numbers, and yeah.
So the original FPS cap in Quake 3 Arena, I want to bring this up because this is a single board computer playing a game at 1080p using Vulkan. It slams against 90 at 1080p. Now, you take off the frame cap. You take off the frame cap, and you get second frame cap.
Oh.
Something they never planned on. It's capped at 1,000 after you remove the frame cap. All right. It goes up to 1,000. And you know what? It doesn't actually break the game, but you notice on the screen there where it's saying like connection interruption and stuff like that.
Stuff's a little too fast. There's some stuff tied to the frame rate.
It's clearly flipping the hell out when, you're doing that. Apparently, I did a little bit of research. This board will happily run the game at a consistent 1,000 FPS with the occasional drop into the 800s, but yeah, it gets squirrely after 400 FPS, according to a bunch of people.
Barely playable. Okay.
Very fucking playable. You know, I played Streets of Rage 4 in this thing. Not a problem. 1080p using box 86 or box 64. No problem there. Played a little bit of Silk Song, and what I was really shocked by, PlayStation 3 emulation. Yeah, this is RPCS 3 running in-game. No external GPU. This is just using the built-in Mali G720 and Morales. Got in-game, playing around with it. Good time, good board.
What game was that?
Afro Samurai.
Oh, Afro Samurai.
Yeah. That, dude, like, not just because it starts at A on the local video store where you go to rent these things.
Okay, yeah.
Turns out it's also a very compatible title.
Okay.
And this is the first time, like, with binary drivers that I've seen, they just patched the PAN-VK for RPCS 3. So if you're running the open source drivers for Mali G610, I think it's G620, I don't know, the rock chip one, it should get in-game. Oh, yeah. Nice. Good to see. And there we go. We're going to wrap it up. But we need to talk about winning. Because what I said at the beginning of the show, in a way, we've won. Linux gaming, this was kind of a very is Kismet the right thing? Like,
Kismet, yeah.
Yeah, putting a bow on things, man. You know, Linux gaming is going to be in the living room, and everybody's already covering it. It's going to be a real thing. It's a real boy. It's a real console. It's not going to go away this time. And Proton's great. I love Proton. Jordan loves Proton. We're not against it. But that's all we really covered for the past couple of years, man. Like 2-3 years now. It's like, hey, look, the game works with Proton. Yay. That's not why we started this. It's not what we got in to do. And so I think we're just going to be winding this down on a medium note, everybody. No drama, no fuss, no big announcement. We're busy with other stuff. Jordan's got a family now. Yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
I'm doing interfacing Linux. I'm grinding like crazy on that. Neither one of us have the time to put into Saturday nights. And that sucks. I know. I understand. But it's been a fun 13 years, my man.
It's been crazy, yeah. Like,
we've done a lot of stuff. And
we've seen, like, the entire industry fucking change.
Here's the thing, though. We're not burning any bridges. There's no drama. Nothing like that.
Yep.
Just this current incarnation of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing of the past. People aren't tuning. I mean, we got some diehards in the audience right now, man. I'm glad Maddie's here.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie was the first person that watched a live stream. Our first live stream. Me and you. IRC. Just Maddie in the chat. And it was pretty cool. It was a fun time. You're using
like GLC to stream stuff, right?
Just I
command line
looped it. It was a kludge I had put together that was before I even put the kludge together.
Mm-hmm.
that was a smoke test, man. And it was like 240p, 14 FPS. I had 2.8 megabits to work with for our live streams. But we had a great time. A bunch of people showed up over the years. You know, of course, Pedro, Sandy, T-Han, everybody in the audience. Might come back and do something with us in the future. But right now, we are not, either one of us, got the time to dedicate to just this show. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. But I do thank every one of you for your support over the years and hanging out with us, man. Some of you have been around. I know somebody's listening to us right now, Jordan, that has listened to every episode.
Yeah.
Downloaded it, and we've never heard from them.
Yeah.
You guys are all fun, man.
Multiple incarnations of Chat Realm.
Yeah,
Chat,
you know.
IRC. Yeah.
And I know, like, Doc, Maddie, like, you guys have been around for a long time.
Yep. Linux Nuru, yeah. T-Han, a bunch. Yeah.
Bunch of people, dude. T-Han was our first patron.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Lot of good memories. Lot of good times. Yeah.
Not lighting anything on fire.
No.
It's just your Saturday night hangout sessions. I'm going to be working. But little bit of a, what do you want to say, like a little bit, like putting things in order and take this opportunity. Discord, you know, we got a semi-private Discord, and that's tied to Patreon, and there's no convenient way to disconnect that without everybody losing access, without manually trying to figure out who to like, it's not maintainable. Also, it's a semi-private Discord, so I don't want to open it up to the public. Because some people have, you know, there's nothing incriminating in there, but definitely myself included, we've had some heated conversations.
It's a private.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's going to get mothballed. I'm not going to delete it. It's still going to stick around. Because at this point in my life, I'm not here to burn bridges. We're not here to tear anything down. This is on pause right now. This is what you need to think about Linux Gamecast and this show. A lot of people are like, Linux Gamecast is the podcast. Linux Gamecast, the podcast showed up because we were fucking around recording ourselves. Linux Gamecast started technical guides. I wanted to get people interested in Linux, and I thought gaming was a great way to do that. And as you can tell, I've continued on with interfacing Linux. That's something I enjoy doing. I want to get people excited about technology. And you know what? This week, the Interfacing Linux YouTube channel, after its first year, just ran by, Jordan, the subscriber count after 15 years of us doing Linux Gamecast.
I'm sorry. It's my fault. It's been my fault the entire time.
By 1,000 just this week. But we've been happy that people have been showing up. But people don't watch long form content either, man. Like YouTube has like resigned us. You go look at our number count. We've never had a, like we've been stalking around. Like I don't know if punk rock's the right word. We've never taken advertisements. Never sold out to any degree. You guys have really helped slow down lighting money on fire every Saturday night. I'll always be thankful for that. Yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, I'm going to keep the Discord around until the end of the month. If there's anything you want to dig in, like there was a funny picture, or like I've only got that one picture, go find it. Now, if it's anything critical, I'll find a way to dig that back out. But yeah, it's going to get mothballed. Interfacing Linux and Linux Weekly Daily Wednesday are both going to have their own Discord. They're both going to have their own Patreon. Well, Interfacing Linux has already got one. I'm still going to try to do LWDW as long as possible. So that's going to be on the table. Me and Jill doing that. And of course, my TM2 crew, you see us in Discord on Tuesdays and Fridays. They'll be moving over to Interfacing Linux at the end of the month. But yeah, guys. Yeah. And we won, just not the way we wanted to win. Would you be more excited if it would have went the native route? Because I remember when the Steam Deck came out, right? Mm-hmm. I remember we had that conversation saying this can go one of two ways. Like we're going to see people jumping into the native, or everything's just going to be on Proton.
Yeah, and like I know I definitely would have liked to see the sliders alternate timeline there where yeah, like people were like, oh yeah, this Proton stuff is great, but we really want to like emphasize the performance, and we're like really excited about this new platform, and you know,
the development work and getting to talk with the people working with it.
Yeah, getting off of Windows, getting off of this very hostile platform. I think if Windows then was like Windows now, we might have seen a little bit more movement in that way. And like, yeah, no, to Nemo's point, like a couple studios have done it. Like there was that Bloober Team game on UE5. Larian did it with Baldur's Gate 3. But it's pretty uncommon, and most development teams are like unwilling to take on the additional load. The best we saw with like with Unity back in the Unity Ghetto days were just like people hitting export and uploading that to the Steam store, right? Like, and that was something for a while. But then like, yeah, Proton showed up and it was just like, oh, here's a better experience. Also, in 3 years, the game will still run.
It was that, man. It was like me and Jordan predate Steam on Linux to get you that reminder. Like, but this is the whole thing. Like, you think about the trajectory. Like, this has been, I'd say about the last 2 years, it's really struck home with me. Like, watching this and the excitement of, like, building up and, like, oh, we got Feral showing up. And who was the other company in Texas? Aspire.
Yep.
Interesting things going on.
Little blink and drama with virtual programming.
Yeah, we had that. And again, like that's like one of those weird things. I was like, we're not complaining in any way, because this is, you know, the needs of the many, right?
Yeah.
Outweigh the needs of the few. But it is very difficult to be excited. And we've seen that in like listenership and viewership of like, hey, everything just kind of works now, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay. Yeah. And it's just it's going to be more of the same, man, which in one hand is absolutely awesome. But
yeah, I think of like a John Masters quote back when I was working with Red Hat and ARM. The one of the leads there, he works for another company now, but there, John Masters, he was saying like, I want to make it boring. It's got to be like no different from anything else. That's how you get people on board. That's how you get people using it. And that's not exciting. It's not sexy. But most people are not exciting and sexy. Most people just want to get on with their lives. So, yeah, like I think this is sort of like the sort of natural outcome of that. And I think for better and for worse.
I think we won, just not in the way we expected, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? Don't listen to him. I think you're sexy. Okay.
Listen. Real consoles have sharp corners.
Did you just think about the first time falling on that?
Yeah, or like hitting your toe on that shit.
Okay, God. How long until the first Steam Cube related fatality?
Do you think they QA'd that? Do you think they had like someone fucking kick this shit as hard as they could?
All right, I'm thinking about that sitting on like a table and like being 12 or 13 years old, or like 9 or 10, and like running through the house and like,
just catching the corner of that. Oh,
okay. So hang on, Jordan. We just identified a new market segment: Steam edgy things.
I think we identified a new genre, a YouTube video.
Oh God, no. Okay, I'm also very disappointed in that. I thought I was going to be swimming into my dying day of people mangling themselves in VR, and that has not come to fruition.
No, I think people learned their lesson after the Wii, after destroying enough TVs. I think that genetic memory is still in place. maybe in another decade or two, people will forget.
Man, oh man. But
or because the headsets are all light and wireless now you can start doing flips and shit, and that's when we're going to start getting the people really destroying their living rooms.
Do I have a there'll be links to the weekly Daily Wednesdays Discord and Interfacing Linux Discord in the video description or in the podcast description. You're going to see the same faces. You're going to be familiar people, and both of those are public. We can pop in, hey, no charge, be hanging around. doing the show topics on weekly, daily Wednesdays, and of course, you do a bit more of the gaming because we're still going to talk about gaming. It's just not
we're not going anywhere. We're still going to be around, right? Like
we're struggling to fill 30 minutes, man.
Yeah,
it's like the early days again. We're like, yeah, shit works. Cool.
Shit broken this week? No, neat. Moving on.
And like, what happened? I don't know. Let's just talk about generic hardware. Like,
yeah, it's boring now, and that's a good thing.
It's a good thing. But it's not a good thing for a podcast or a live stream or a show.
Yes,
which is unfortunate. But yeah, no. I mean, yeah, we could do drama. Like, yeah, if we wanted to become millionaires, yeah, we'd get into drama and we could react to other people's content and be do nothing bitches. However, I despise those people, so no.
I don't have the energy to maintain drama.
No. See, it's the brilliant thing about reacting. You don't have to have the drama. You just react to other people's drama and you comment on their drama with just dumb obvious.
But then the cycle is then you start beefing with other React YouTubers so that you can get your own drama and you drive up the views and the clicks.
You're not even joking.
I'm not.
I know, dude. I know enough about that to like, not like I have any knowledge outside of like, I've looked like, what are you, because I was like, we were upset with like, who that, I'm glad I didn't know the names is where I was. I'm like, I don't even know who the hell you're talking about.
Squiggle Blorp and Amni Blob.
Yeah.
Right.
They got a beef, man. Like, and I'm like, cool. Have fun with it.
Yeah. Because one guy got called dibs on the one video they were going to react to, and the other one posted one. Yeah.
Right.
That's the future of LGC.
Can I do a copy link? Here, somebody try this. Click on that. See if that works.
Well, I guess you can post. We can post links because we're special. But
yeah.
Haha.
That's a Discord invite to LGC, and should be one for LWDW. I don't know if it works or not. Maybe it does. All right. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for the last time in 2025. Let's cue that music. You could previously found us over here on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Might pop back up again in the future. Not ruling anything out. But if you want to get in touch with me, I'm Vince Stone everywhere. mass.interfacinglinux.com. I'm on the X's, the Y's, the O's, the Blue Skies. Yeah, I got a Blue Sky account. Got a Face account. Yeah, man.
I'm Jordan. I'm in the process of being condensed into a small 6-inch cube. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Frojo at bsky. I'm still going to be around Frojo at mass.linuxgamecast.com as long as Civic is running that instance. I might have to migrate my shit elsewhere. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming in the near future. Probably going to take a break from that. But, you know, I'll be around in Discord, in places. Yeah, it's been wild. It's been real. I love all you guys. Super grateful for all the support and all of the, you know, all of the years and the time spent listening to me blab on and on and on about nothing in particular. Yeah, see you around.
Time for some credits.
That spells bondage.
A little bit of jello bondage and never hurt nobody.
No. Well, for the last time, we gotta thank the lovely executive producers flying off into that sunset, or the advisors out there, and then the executive producers, Bob Brant, Scott, Atomic 134 Drummer, the Targos, and our little Nicky fans, Eggy, Empty, and Basil.
Sea Monsters, John, Dirty, Dean, Angle, Dementor, Systema, T, RL, Writer Ex Machina, Nemo, Veritanuda, Truggy, and Mike.
And we got all of the chairlings as well. Look at them fly. We got Beckett and Tim and Euthanasia and Johnny and Unoid, Oxford Comma, Gamotron, Monica, Brock. Look at all these names. It's crazy.
Here we didn't see. And Sandy and Shoddy. Yep. Libra players. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been fun. It's been real. We'll hang out a little bit in the after shows, and I can't stay up too late. Why? Because I gotta finish a project like I've been doing for the past 2 months.
Woo!
Yeah. Stay safe. Go check out interfacinglinux.com and hop in our Discords, patreon.com/interfacinglinux, LWDW. I'm still working on getting that stuff set up, man. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll hang out. Like I said, Discord's wide open, man. I want everybody to get in. Come have a good time. Till next time. Down a fire. Isn't that right, you sexy cube?
Oh, yes. Change my face.
I'm scared that we...
They need to have, like, Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
5 dudes.